Hi guys, I'm Kim and you're watching Kim Wilson TV. My channel is dedicated to helping victims of narcissistic abuse escape, get out, stay free, and never have to go back to that shit show. You'll have to excuse my voice today. I've caught a bit of a cold and I have a very sore throat. Now today we're going to talk about revenge on the narc. I don't care if you're Mother Teresa. If you've been in a relationship with a narc, let's not pretend the idea has not popped into your mind. It would be impossible for the idea not to pop into your mind. So today we're going to talk. Now, despite the harm, the hurt, the scars, the emotional torment you've been put through, revenge. I guess I get it. I understand why someone would want to execute a well-calculated plan of revenge on a narcissist. And I'll tell you, I've seen a lot of YouTube videos about revenge on the narcissist. 100 horrible things to do to the narcissist. And when I watch those videos, it's a bit soul-sickening to me, because what it looks like is that now you have fully committed to engaging in a psychological game of mindfuckery bullshit and utter crap that is dirty, filthy, and disgusting from beginning to end. It's not the route I ever took, and it's not a route I ever would take. I did, however, absolutely level the playing field, and we're going to talk about that as well today. Now, let's just consider for a moment the dimension of you attempting to execute revenge on your narcissist. Here you've got a complete maniac. You have a member of the cluster B group of sociopaths, psychopaths, narcissists. Buddy is gravely ill. Buddy is mentally ill. And then we've got you, victimized, brutalized, humiliated, shamed, put down, belittled, hit, smacked. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. So first of all, here we've got this monstrous Attila the Hun, who is a soulless, boundaryless monster. And we've got you, broken, frail, shaken, scared, discombobulated. We just don't have a fair match to start with. So when considering revenge, you need to consider the two players, what their capabilities would be against each other. And I'm telling you, if you're a victim or survivor of narcissistic abuse, you have been rocked and shaken to your core. You are not ever going to be a good match for a monster like that. Even if your relationship with the narcissist did turn you into a soulless, boundaryless piece of shit, you don't have those types of fighting skills. The narcissist has been in kill or be killed mode. He has actively been harming people his entire life with real intent. You're just not cut from that cloth, and I think you're going to come out pretty battered. To challenge a narc nose to nose like that. Now, even if you were feeling fight ready, and you were feeling that you had a level of depravity so great that you could actually go nose to nose against a narc, you need to ask yourself, why would you do it? Even if you could do it, why would you get in the gutter like that? And it's a pretty deep gutter. So I guess, your narc, whether it's been months, years, decades, your narc has been dragging you down and pushing you in the gutter. Why now would you just take a running leap and land face first in the gutter? I really hope you don't do it. And let me tell you, I've read stories, I've read blogs, I've read all kinds of things about people who did attempt to do it, and just say it didn't end well for them. One more win for the narc. I think because the anger can be so deeply felt, truly internalized, people get caught off guard by that. I will tell you, I don't have a lot of life experience with anger until the narc. I had always been a pretty happy person, to be honest with you. So anger was not an emotion that I would be dealing with on a regular basis. So yes, it caught me off guard too. But anger is warranted. You should be angry. The horrible, monstrous things this piece of shit has done to you should instill in you a sense of anger. And in my opinion, anger is an emotion that's going to come up as you're working your way out of the hurt. And, oh, you guys know what I'm talking about. So as all that real terror stuff starts to dissipate and anger starts to come up, I think it's a better route to sit in your anger, accept your anger, know that you've earned that anger belongs to you, that anger is directed solely at one horrible human being, and live with it for a minute. The anger will dissipate. But if you get caught off guard by your anger, I think it could be a real good motivator towards seeking revenge. My narc had done so many deplorable things over the 5 years of hell that we were together. So I think, in a way, I started to minimize a lot of the stuff because it was so constant, so regular, so weird, so bizarre, so damaging, so destructive, and it was just this constant and steady flow of it. Now, of course, between the big bombs, we just have our day-to-day belittling, eye-rolling, rude comments, the eggshells that we all live on. So it's never good. But some days are a little bit better than others. But it's all bad. Now, it's really easy for me to say, you know what, I'm going to be the bigger man here. I'm going to let him off the hook and be the bigger man. I'm not going to go seeking revenge. But what I did was, in the end, an absolute leveling of the playing field. I don't know that I would call it revenge, but the ultimate outcome was he was crushed, and I got to walk away proud to be me, with some dignity, some self-respect, and a gratitude that I didn't have to get in the gutter with him. Ultimately, how I got even, even. No, you could never get even. How I end up feeling vindicated in my way was I completely unmasked that narc. Absolutely unmasked him in an epic email that clearly outlined: 1, this is what I know you did. Here's my evidence. 2, this is what I know for sure you did. And I laid it all out. Now, you consider this guy was a mask master. He was constantly nurturing and fostering and shifting his mask. He has built such a fake facade around himself, he doesn't know which way is up anymore, if he ever did. Now, by completely unmasking him, he is now exposed. He has spent an entire lifetime trying to hide who he truly is. And I know who he is. I know exactly who he is. And he knows. I know. And the charade is over. So unmasking the narc is one win for Team Kim. Now, another thing I did to get real revenge on my narc was I left. I absolutely left. I left with no feelings of remorse that the relationship was over. I was, in fact, elated, thrilled, the happiest I had been in 5 years. I left feeling good about myself and about the entire escape plan I had put together. I had been working on an exit strategy for some time. I stayed really focused on the exit strategy. I didn't buy into any of his bullshit, no hoovering, no bait, no hook, nothing. I stayed focused. I was out of there. And that was the end of that. And that is not what he wanted to have happen. So again, win for Team Kim. Another way I got revenge on my narc is you talk about discard. Well, he was discarded, out with the trash, blocked, don't talk to him, want nothing to do with him. The thought of him makes me sick. Absolutely cut him off like he doesn't exist or ever did exist. So in the end, discard, win for Team Kim. For a man who spent his entire life trying to hide who he really is from the world, he has been completely exposed. I see him for what he truly, truly is. He has been abandoned. He has been discarded. And he is not missed, not thought about, not at all. The other thing, too, is kind of funny, really. All of this dark, secret part of his world that he was always trying to hide is now part of my world. It's part of my true and authentic life experience, where he's been trying to hide that his part of the experience from the world. I have no intentions of hiding mine from the world. So again, win for Team Kim. In the end, your narcissist is his own worst enemy. He has been self-destructing his entire life, and that is never going to stop. You don't have to seek revenge, and I truly hope you don't. You're bigger than that. You're better than that. As a result of your association with your narc, you don't need to be anything but a really good, kind, loving, nurturing friend to yourself right now. Be safe and stay narc-free. Please leave a comment.